Hello, my name is Kayla Blackmon, and this is my presentation on my self-perception of leadership versus management. To compare and contrast leaders versus managers, leaders are often the individuals that will do the right things. They're not afraid to go against the grain and to challenge systems that are in place for the betterment of the organization. They emphasize enabling and empowering those that work alongside them to collaborate and offer feedback to the leaders so that they can further develop the organization. They focus on building relationships with those that they work with. On the other hand, managers are known to do things right. They focus on the control and the adequacy of the work, and they want to follow the guidelines that are in place for the organization. The hierarchy of power is clear when there are managers involved, and they focus on directing the organization and maintaining the rules and regulations that are in place. In the article by Fleming and Patro, they talked about a leadership challenge model with 5 pillars of a great leader. These 5 pillars further expand upon the bullet points from the previous slide for effective leaders, that leaders often challenge the process. They're willing to challenge the system at hand and initiate change in an organization. They have a goal of inspiring those that work with them. They're constantly engaging in dialogue and conversations and feedback with one another to share the same organizational vision. Within this model, leaders enable others to act. Not only do they share with others the vision of the organization, but they help develop the tools and resources and ensure that those that work alongside them feel confident in acting and building the organization. Effective leaders also model the way. They show those that work alongside them how they want things to be done by doing it themselves, and they actively participate in the organization. And finally, they encourage the heart of those that they work with. They support them and encourage them and ensure that they are there for them through all of the organizational processes and that they will continue to assist and support them moving forward. In addition to the Leadership Challenge model, AOTA updated their vision for 2025 with 5 pillars for what they see for occupational therapists. Within the 5 pillars, AOTA has listed leadership as an important element of occupational therapy practice going forward. AOTA's ideal leaders are going to be influential in policy development and in advocacy and not afraid to break down complex systems for the betterment of the profession and all those that we serve. And I think that it's important to note that effective leaders will ensure the rest of the pillars are withheld. So they will ensure that occupational therapy services are effective and evidence-based. They will continue to collaborate and work with clients and the systems that they work within. They will ensure that occupational therapy services are accessible to all those that are in need of occupational therapy. And they will focus on equity, inclusion, and diversity and intentionally provide services and make sure that these services are inclusive and equitable in all forms and all settings. For my personal leadership experience, I feel as though I can oftentimes serve as a leader, as a school-based occupational therapist, as a member of the IEP team. There will be times when I work with students that other members of the team may be having difficulty during their sessions or look to me for further engaging the student in the classroom setting. In these situations, I model the strategies and interventions that I use in my sessions for other professionals, and I assist in developing resources and strategies. So I model the way and enable others to utilize the strategies that are successful for my sessions. Thank you for listening to my presentation on my self perceptions for leadership versus management.